Today we're covering 7th grade, Chapter 10, Lesson 4, Simple and Compound Interest. And we've talked about simple interest already, so let's just review that. Simple interest is earnings that are paid on a fixed amount of principal. So every time you're earning interest on it, it's on the same amount. And remember, the principal is the amount of money borrowed or deposited. It's our starting amount. And our formula for interest is I equals PRT. And the I stands for interest. So it's the interest equals the money times the percent times the years. Let's do example 1. Kedron deposits $1,000 in an account that pays 4% interest. Calculate the interest he earns after 3 years. So principal, which is 1,000, the percent, which is 4%, that's 0.04, times the years, which is 3. And remember, it's all multiplication, so you can do it in any order you want. I'm going to multiply 0.04 times 1,000. Which got me $40. I can drop the last 2 zeros, so just 40 times 3. 3 times 4 is 12, put another 0. So he's getting $120 in interest. That's just the interest amount. Does he still get to keep the 1,000? Yes, plus the interest. So, example 1, part 2. How many years will it take for Kedron's account to more than double? He wants how much in interest? If we're going to double it, he means to get $1,000 in interest. So how much did he get per year? That was this amount right here. He's getting $40 per year in interest. So if we divide 1,000 by 40, we'll know how long it's going to take him to double his deposit. Well, 40 goes into 100 2 times. And 40 goes into 200 5 times. So it's going to take him 25 years to double his balance. But it does say more than that, so probably we need to go for 26. Now we're going to talk about compound interest. And compound interest is a little bit more complicated. Compound interest is calculated earnings on the original amount plus the accumulated interest. So the accumulated kind of builds up. So it's the interest for the first year plus the principal, and then you get to have interest on top of that. So let's do an example to see what that looks like. Example 2 says Marcy's deposited $1,000 into a savings account that earns 4% compound interest, compounding annually each year. Calculate the interest Marcy will earn after 3 years. So her starting balance was $1,000. So to figure out the interest, it's 1,000 times her rate, which was 0.04. And 1,000 times 0.04 is $40. We did that before. But the second year, she's going to have that 1,000 plus the 40. So now she's got $1,040. So when we calculate the interest, we have to multiply 1,040 times 0.04. So the second year she gets $41.60. And again, she gets to add that to what she started with that year. So those two amounts have to be added together. So 1,040 plus 41.60 makes $1,081.60. Then we multiply that times her rate to figure out the third year. This time the decimal has to move over 4 spots, so we're going to need to round that to $43.26. So to figure out the total interest for Marcy, we'd have to add up this last column here, and we would get $124.86. So she gets a little bit more than Kedron got in the first one when he only had simple interest. So compound interest gets you a little bit more each time. Let's look at some of the examples you're going to be doing. You're going to be finding the interest earned on an amount and then the total balance. So 2 different answers for each example. And then that's simple interest. You'll also be asked to find compound interest. And so you're going to tell me the interest amount after the first year. That's one question. The interest amount after the second year. And the interest amount after the third year. And then you're going to tell me the total balance, which will be whatever was here plus that. And then you're to compare the interest earned from the chart with what was on number 2.